to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've shot a video like this, and that is because I live in Costa Rica and it's really hard to get to the USA to set up a studio like this, and a studio like this just isn't practical in Costa Rica. If you're new to my channel, I'm an astrologer, card reader, and life coach, and this is my channel dedicated to all of those things plus spiritual topics in general. I've been doing this kind of stuff for around 20 years, and I decided to start a channel on all these topics because at the time there weren't very many YouTube channels like this devoted to all of these different topics. Since then, there's been a huge bloom of different channels offering very, very similar things, which has made it hard for me to find new topics to talk about and exciting things to talk about. But so I maybe made a few less videos in the recent past, but I'm excited, and I've also kind of came into a bit of a different part of my career where instead of just kind of sharing the random things that I know and doing readings, I kind of want there to be a little bit more responsibility in the spiritual community, and it would be nice if there were more people out there that really knew what they were doing. I see a lot of people, even younger people that I've tried to get readings from, that don't quite have a full grasp on these amazing tools, which is fine because it takes a long time to get really skilled with these different tools that we use, such as astrology, tarot, and the cards of truth. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm still learning a lot about astrology, which is why I don't offer just a straight up astrology reading. I always use the cards in my readings because I have 2 decades of experience with the cards. And so I've kind of reached this point in my career where I'm teaching a lot more about the ethics of the spiritual community and using these tools, which has been really strange for me because I've never had to do anything like that. But also, I'm ready to kind of hand down my knowledge. I mean, I've been doing readings for so long. I've been taking clients only for a small fraction of that time, but I've been doing readings for, like I said, 20 years. And I feel like I'm kind of evolving and changing and growing in my career and going into different areas, many of which you guys all haven't seen yet because it's been very, very behind the scenes. And whenever I'm working on something new, I don't really like to share so much about all of that. But now I'm just kind of ready to teach a few lucky people, my exact techniques that I use with the tarot, which I taught myself when I first began, and to kind of breed this whole new, that's not the right word, but usher in this whole new generation of really, really skillful tarot card readers. There have been so many times where I really wanted some really great tarot advice and could not get that advice because I just couldn't find a good reader. Like, I'd spend the money on a reader, but would be highly disappointed. And I would sit there and think to myself, I wish I could just be my own reader, which I can be my own reader, but it's not the same. Like, I wish there was someone out there like me that could read for me. Sounds pretty egotistical, but it's true. I've had that thought so many times because I love the method that I use and I love the results that I get from my tarot card readings. And I have tons of testimonials of my tarot card readings on my website if you want to check those out. And I want to have those kind of results for me. So, in a very selfish way, maybe, I really want to usher in a very skilled batch of tarot card readers that can learn my approach to the tarot. This is going to be a 12-week course that I'm offering to, like I said, just a very lucky set of people, because I don't know if I'm going to teach this course again. Whenever I teach a course, I feel like it's the only time I want to teach it. We'll see, but I'm accepting a small number of people, and the course is going to start, I believe, let me just double check the date here. I believe it's January 18th is when I'm starting this course. So January 16th, I'll be starting this course of 2020, so in a few months. And it will be a 12-week course. And if you want to get a certification from me, you will study for an additional 4 weeks. So this 12-week is going to cover as much as I possibly can. Basically, I want this tarot card course to be the only course in tarot that you'll ever have to take. I don't want you to have to go and spend a bunch more money in other places trying to learn these things. You are going to learn how to develop your own connection with whatever deck you choose. So we're not going to necessarily use a traditional deck. We'll probably use a traditional deck just to get some of the basic meanings, but I want you to choose your own deck. And you're going to learn how to develop your own relationship with that. You're going to learn the intuitive meanings of the cards as well as the more traditional meanings. You're also going to learn how to do intuitive readings as well as technical readings. Everyone in class is going to be reading for each other and getting to know each other a lot better as well, which is really fun because you find that not only am I going to be your teacher, but you're also going to have, many, many other teachers throughout these 12 weeks. It's pretty incredible. That being said, you're going to build kind of a community because there will be a private Facebook group where you guys can all share your different insights about the cards and answer each other's questions if maybe somebody has the answer to one of your questions that I couldn't personally give you the answer that you needed. So during this course, basically, you're going to learn the meanings of the cards, how to do readings, how to do 7 different master spreads, how to read for yourself as well as for others, the ethics of reading the tarot, which you will actually get more into in the certification track. You'll also learn how to distinguish between just the regular meanings of the cards and then when there's different cards together, which is called card combination. So how do you synthesize all this information you're looking through and it's not just one card but multiple cards sitting next to each other? I also talk about the positive and the negative meanings of the cards, the rituals surrounding tarot, so like how to store a card deck, kind of the traditional ways I was taught versus kind of how I do things now, developing your own personal ritual around tarot card reading. You are going to learn kind of how to get into that deeper frequency of your card deck, which isn't always going to be possible, but when you find the right card deck, it is. And you are also going to learn more about card symbolism and omens, learn about the numerology of the cards as well as the elements of the cards. And those are going to be a little bit different than if you've ever taken a Cards of Truth class with me. So by the end of these 12 weeks, you're going to for sure know how to read for yourself, for sure know how to read for others. And depending on your commitment and how much time you put into these 12 weeks, you will be able to do all of that in a very skillful and masterful way. So you can kind of go into this just getting some basic knowledge, which you build upon later on in your life, or you can go into it with the intent of really doing something intense and developing kind of a masterful ability in 12 weeks. Now, if you want to continue onto the certification track, you can talk to my Cards of Truth students who I just finished certifying. I do not just hand out certifications like candy at a parade. I'm very strict. I make sure that the homework is done and completed in a very high quality level, and I also make sure that everyone is able to actually do what I state that they can do on the certificate. I don't just hand out certificates just because you paid for the tuition. So if you continue on, you will be able to get more one-on-one support, and there will be an additional fee obviously for those 4 weeks, but basically you will get 2 one-on-one 60-minute coaching sessions, or you can do tutoring with me. We're going to talk a little bit more about how you are going to use a certification, so kind of developing a path forward, helping you to develop your niche, your specific thing that you can offer within tarot. And I also do have a lot of experience, as you know, with social media and getting your message out there. And you can do that in a really, really big way and be very successful, or you can do it in a really small way and still be very successful. So we can talk about these different routes. Also, you'll be able to complete 2 different projects related to the tarot. One will be a small project, more like an essay, and one will be a very big project, like a thesis statement related to an area of interest for you that's very personal to you. So this is going to be a way for you to maybe complete something that you've been thinking about but haven't really done it yet. So for instance, some of my students already that have signed up want to design a tarot card deck. Some are interested in doing music related to the tarot and kind of integrating these things. So during these 16 weeks, you're going to have that support of an instructor, me, and your fellow classmates to really help you to realize a very, very big vision that you have for yourself. And this is something that I always wish that I could have in a classroom setting and a learning setting. And I think it's a really beautiful way to integrate the knowledge that you amass during these 16 weeks. So you will not only have a certificate at the end of the 16 weeks, but you will have a project that will be incredibly beautiful and real and concrete and tangible that can help you with your career or for your personal satisfaction or for your personal growth. And this can be artistic or it can be scientific, it could be research-based. Wherever you fall in the spectrum, this project is all about you, and it's a way for you to kind of develop your own identity in terms of how you use this wisdom and this knowledge from the tarot. Whether you take the certification track or you're just going to do the 12-week program, there still will be homework. I'm trying to design this course so that during these 16 weeks, I have a lot less on my plate. Therefore, I'll be available to answer more student emails, to kind of be a little bit more available to the students that I have, especially the certification track students, so that I can really be there and support all my students. Therefore, the pricing does reflect that a little bit, just so that I can have some extra time. But if you compare this pricing to the pricing of my former offerings, like my Cards of Truth course, it's actually the exact same. With the Cards of Truth class, you have to pay for the software, you have to pay for the subscription to the Cards of Truth website and all these different things. So the price is actually the exact same. The time is a little bit different. This is only 12 weeks compared to 22 weeks, but you're going to have more supplementary material, and it's going to be a little bit more intense. So I really kept all of that in mind when pricing this course and making sure that it was fair as well. I also do have much more experience with the tarot than the Cards of Truth. So we're talking about 20 years of experience versus a few years. So I'm really, honestly, with this course, like, I was a little afraid of creating this course and putting all my knowledge out there, but I honestly feel, to be completely honest with you, that I'm just at this point in my career where I don't know if I'm going to be doing readings forever. I mean, hopefully I'll be doing readings for many years, but maybe not to the capacity or the volume that I have recently. And I really, truly want there to be very skillful people out there that can really, really do readings to a degree that, you know, is valuable to others and that people will pay for and that people will truly benefit from. So I really just want to get my knowledge out there. I want to get it out there to the right people, the people that are really committed and really want to learn and really believe in themselves. And I can help you with your confidence in yourself as well if that's an area that you're struggling in. So there's, you know, part of me, a selfish thing, like I want there to be good readers, but also kind of a selfless thing, like I'm going to give you basically my secret recipe, just because I don't know if I'll always be doing this to this capacity, to this volume in the future. So this could be the one time I offer this, to be honest with you as well. So please, if you're considering signing up, do so ASAP. And my classes always sell out. So I did the first round of the Cards of Truth study group, that sold out. So I had to add a second time during that day to accommodate a whole other set of people. Same thing happened the second time that I sold the Cards of Truth. So I've literally sold out my classes 4 times. Hopefully there'll be just as many people that want to study the tarot, but I'm telling you this because it might be hard for you to get a spot if you hold off. And I am definitely open to payment plans for those of you that are needing a little bit more time to make the payment. You'll just have to make the payment before, I think, the 3rd week of class time. So talk to me about a payment plan if that is something that you need. I think I covered everything in this video already. I'm just making sure. But yeah, basically, we're going to be developing your technical ability as well as your intuitive ability. Everyone will know how to read by the end of this. You will be able to start a channel to do pick a card readings or things like that. If that's something that you're interested in, you can do a private practice. You can combine your knowledge of the tarot with anything else that you're doing, especially if you're in the certification track. I'll be able to help you kind of develop more of your niche. And the certification track is definitely going to be more intense, more one-on-one, more maybe a little bit more business oriented, but doesn't necessarily have to be. Also, one of the benefits of the certification track is all of you guys are going to be doing projects, and I have social media platforms within which I can share your projects and promote you depending on if they align kind of with my message or not. So that's going to be really, really exciting for me. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about the perks of joining this class as well. So you're going to get access to a private Facebook group that you can remain a member of indefinitely. You're going to get a welcome packet as well as a tarot options kit, which is just kind of like me helping you to set up what you need, the materials you need for the tarot. You will also be getting something that's really exciting, which I'm really looking forward to giving you. It's a personal tarot key. So it's a little technique that I have using astrology and the Cards of Truth, and it's going to be basically a little mini reading from me at the beginning of the course that's going to help me to help you to understand the gifts that you might have with the tarot and maybe a little bit of a path for you to use with the tarot. So it's basically helping you to understand your gifts as a tarot card reader based off of your astrology and the cards of truth. And it will be maybe like a little bit of a map for you to guide you throughout the 12 to 16 weeks. So that's going to be exciting. I basically get to give all of you guys a little bit of a mini reading before we even begin. All of this is going to take place online. So this is an online course. It will be on Zoom. So Zoom is a very easy to download, very easy to use platform, and you can record each session. You can keep those recordings for yourself, or you can just watch the video playback on a private YouTube link that will be for you only. So everything is online. You can be anywhere in the world. If the class sells out, I will be offering 2 different times on Thursday. So we start on January, I think I said 18th or 16th. January 16th. It's a Thursday, so I will be offering a class at 9 a.m. Costa Rican time or 7 p.m. Costa Rican time. And if the class sells out, you can go to either one of those. So I've had students from all over the world be able to make those times pretty easily. So if you can't, you do not need to attend the live classes. It really helps, but you can always do the class playback, and you can always do like tutoring sessions or practice sessions on your own in the meantime. I will also be giving you guys like a very extensive syllabus that will talk about different materials. That will include the tarot options kit. You will have the chance to really go in depth because I'll give you different materials that you can read, books that you can read aside from the material that we go over in class. So you can always take your studies even deeper. So that will all be included in the syllabus. And I'm also going to make sure that I go over the biggest mistakes that tarot card readers make and how to avoid them so that you can kind of avoid making some of the biggest mistakes that I made when I first started out as a reader. So all of that is included. It's all very exciting. I'm super excited to be teaching this class and bringing this information out into the world, basically giving you guys all of the knowledge that has helped me to build a career in this industry, just because I feel like I'm reaching a different chapter in my story. So I hope that you all will enjoy this and be just as excited as I am. There's definitely more information that I couldn't go over. It's all on my website, NicoleBrenny.com/tarot. So make sure you check that out. If you want to for sure get a spot, sign up now. You can use the payment link below. It's in the description box, so you can secure your spot. Like I said, my classes have always sold out twice, so hopefully that happens again. But in that case, you're going to want to make sure that you get a spot as soon as possible. And also, you'll need to submit your payment before December 11th. So there isn't that much time remaining to sign up for the class. I might increase that deadline just because I haven't been promoting this class that much. But that is all that you need to know. I think that's it. There's so much more to see about the class on that link. I am currently working on all the class material and I'm super excited about it. So I look so forward to this class. This might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to study with someone with such extensive knowledge. I actually went on Google to try to find if there were other tarot card readers that had been studying and practicing as long as I have, offering something as personal and one-on-one and live as I'm offering, and nothing like this exists that I could find. So if you really want live interaction, you want someone with real experience, you want information that will not come from a book or from videos or something, but from really just my own personal experience reading the cards, then you found the right class for you. I have had so much fun teaching classes in the past. This will be the first time I ever teach a tarot card class, but I've really, really loved teaching my Cards of Truth classes, and I have so many testimonials from my students that have just made me cry because they were so beautiful, and I feel like we all had an amazing experience during my Cards of Truth classes. So you can read all the testimonials about how I teach and my teaching style from them, and I will post all of them on the webpage that you guys go to, and I'll probably update that with more recent ones as well, so you guys can see what my students think of me and maybe a little bit more about the experience in the class. Typically, people have had life-changing experiences studying these esoteric arts, maybe a little bit because of me, but mostly because I've been able to bring out the life-changing energy of these different tools. So I hope you'll join me. I'm very excited. you're very welcome to email me with any questions that you have, because I know that this is a very big commitment. So email me hi@NicoleBrenny.com, but don't hesitate to sign up as soon as you can so you get your spot. And I really, really look forward to this once-in-a-lifetime, potentially, opportunity to study the Tarot from me. And I think at this point I can consider myself a master in the Tarot, but I will not give that title to myself. But enjoy reading more about this information. And if you are more interested in the Cards of Truth, I will also be teaching a class in the Cards of Truth again in April, so you can also sign up for that. So let me know if you're going to be doing both of those things. All right, I am so looking forward to seeing you all in class, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you do have any other questions, you can just comment below this video as well, because maybe you have the same question as someone else, and then I can answer all of them. All right, so give this video a thumbs up if you want to learn Tarot, or if you already do know how to read the Tarot, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!